Prasanna sir, should I start?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am.
It will be mine turn first, sir.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead. You can introduce yourself and
Okay, sir. Good evening, dear all. The profound and prolific writers. I am Pratibha Makhija, Head Department of English, Manohar Memorial PG College, Satyabad, Haryana. I am here to recite a few points from the book. The title of the book is A Few of My Selected Poems. My father, Shri K.S. Madan Singh, wrote. Before I begin with my poetic recitation, I wish to express my heartfelt thanks to Prasanna sir for providing us such a beautiful platform to ventilate our emotions, to have beautiful poetic evenings with you all. I want to say my father was a great personality and a profound writer who was sensitive towards the lot of have-nots like poor people, peasants. Actually, he was a very lovely and hearty soul. He brought up all of us, 5 children, with great love and care, molded us with all fine qualities which a person should have, which a person need to lead a happy, healthy life. Actually, he is always with us forever. He started writing poetry in 1970s. He was born in 1940 and he died in 2015, a few years back. Actually, he was in his 30s when he started writing poetry. I want to share with you all that he was not only a great poet, but also a great prose writer. Actually, the letters he used to write highlight this quality. There are many more things to tell about his, but now I would like to share some of his poems with you. Actually, many kinds of themes are all pervasive in his poetry, and the poems I have chosen to recite today, they are most of them are based on socialism, as he used to say that you should not be exploited, and he always used to say that you should raise your voice against the exploiters, you should demand for justice. Some of his poems are based on such kind of things, and here I go with one of his poems. Before I recite poetry, I want to know, am I audible to all? Prasanna sir, is it fine? Okay.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Am I fully audible, sir?
Perfect, ma'am. Perfect.
Okay. The poem, the title bears, Do Not Die Within. The title is, Do Not Die Within. Awake, arise, and do not die within. Awake, arise, and do not die within. The time is eroding fast. Actually, the time is running fast. The time is eroding fast. This silence is in itself a crime. This silence is in itself a crime. For this, posterity shall forgive thee not. For this silence, posterity shall forgive thee not. Know thy strength and make them realize. Know thy strength and make them realize to their misdeeds. To their misdeeds, pray. Don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes of What use is? What use is to live in disgrace? Actually, he was deadly against all kind of exploitation, any kind of disgrace. He used to say, oh, what use is to live in disgrace for a noble cause? For a noble cause, let us adversities face. For a noble cause, let us adversities face. Pay them in the coin they really deserve. Pay them in the coin they really deserve. Rise in revolt. Rise in revolt, and your rights preserve. Rights must be preserved. He used to say, rise in revolt, and your rights preserve. They deserve thy wrath and not thy mercy. They deserve thy wrath, not thy mercy. They better understand. They better understand the language of Percy. We know that Baby Shelley used to write such kind of poetry, and he was his favorite poet. He says, they better understand the language of Percy. Delay it not, since you are already late. Delay it not, since you are already late. Leave nothing to chance or fate. Leave nothing to chance or fate. Here this poem ends. I think I have been able to recite it clearly. Prasanna sir, was it audible and comprehensible? Prasanna sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Perfect, ma'am.
Should I go for the second point, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You have entire of an hour,
Okay.
so you could go ahead.
Dear participants, my dear friends, I am going to take another poem from the same book, and its title is They Spare Us Not. The poem is They Spare Us Not. The poem begins here. Unbelievable, unbelievable as our leaders are. Unbelievable as our leaders are, through pretext and frauds, who derive strength. Through pretext and frauds, who derive strength. In the first place, they befool themselves. They seem to be very outsmart, but actually they befool themselves. Ultimately, they spare us not at length. Their second fault is that ultimately they spare us not at length. Fallible they are. They are fallible. Fallible they are to any extent. There is no limit of their going, or they can go to any extent. Fallible they are to any extent, as much as unshakable is our sleep. As much as unshakable is our sleep. Only a miracle can a disaster prevent. Only a miracle can a disaster prevent. Else we shall keep being treated like goats or sheep. Else we shall keep being treated like goats or sheep. I have kept thinking. I have kept thinking and still keep pondering at what he used to say. I have kept thinking and still keep pondering at who will hold them accountable for their misdeeds. Who will hold them accountable for their misdeeds. Actually, I'm sorry, there was a bit kind of technical problem as the sound was repeating. That's why I had to have some break. Here I go. Who will hold them accountable for their misdeeds? And who will bell the political cat? Who will bell the political cat? Where rich crop is being ruined, where rich crop is being ruined by unmanageable weeds. Rich crop is being ruined by unmanageable weeds. The remedy is a must. The remedy is a must and has to be found to give our polity, a look healthy and sound. This was the second one. It was thematically clear that the corruption that is going in the field of politics, and he used to speak against corrupt leaders, and many of his poems are based on such kind of themes. Give me a few minutes to go for my third point. Here we begin with my third point, and the title it bears, Here We Earn and Spend and Save. The title of this poem is Here We Earn and Spend and Save. Here we earn and spend and save from the cradle to the grave. Very beautiful line. From the cradle to the grave, which may or may not touch the shore. Which may or may not touch the shore. Our life is that uncertain wave. These lines are very much close to my heart. I would like to recite them again. From the cradle to the grave, which may or may not touch the shore, our life is that uncertain wave. There is some sound. Am I unclear anywhere? Prasanna sir, would you like to say something?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Kindly speak loudly, sir.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay. See the old man who hath no hope for life. Image of an old man. See the old man who hath no hope for life, constantly faced with an endless strife. Constantly faced with an endless strife, the moment next, he may or may not breathe. The moment next, he may or may not breathe, unable to free from the worries of his kids and wife. And the old weaver, second image is of weaver. And the old weaver, from dawn till eve, from morning till evening, so long he breathes, he will weave. And the life of the weaver is that he will keep on weaving all his life. So long he breathes, he will weave, shall perish in his own cast web, shall perish in his own cast web, shall die unremembered, shall die unremembered, with none to grieve. And in the third stanza he says, see the old gardener, how gladly doth he plant. See the old gardener, how gladly doth he plant the tree, the fruits of which he knows, the tree, the fruits of which he knows he can't harvest, and still will continue to toil till the day beneath the clay he ceases to pant. Beneath the clay he ceases to pant. Behold the old farmer, in the days of drought. Miserable is the condition of the farmers. Whenever there are rains, there are drought. Behold the old farmer in the days of drought, engrossed in suicidal pensive thought, looks to heaven with folded hands, praying for his children's lot, Behold the old shepherd, after the day's toil, during noon, barefooted on thorny soil. Images of a shepherd. During noon, barefooted on thorny soil, those unbuttered crumbs thrown in his front, What a petty outcome of the life spoil. What a petty outcome of the life's spoil. See the old moneylender and his lust for gold spoke countless lies. Image of a greedy moneylender spoke countless lies, drank blood untold, shall miss satiety all his life. He will never be gratified throughout his life. till the blood in his veins is cold. Then the poet says, see the old priest, and his apparel long and white. See the old priest and his apparel long and white. For decades four, he preached with a tongue polite, to be kind and generous, to be true. He is always preaching to be kind, generous, to be true. Himself in the dark, others showing light. This is a very paradoxical line. He says, himself in the dark and others showing light. Here is a hermit of a criminal past, and his pretext of a silent fast. Here one is reminded of the movie Guide. And he pretexts of a silent fast that for years 12, he won't open his mouth, but runs away with a maid at last. Here the poem ends, and its title was, Here We Earn and Spend and Save. One is reminded of lines of the poem Country Churchyard. Some lines are similar to these lines. Actually, father used to ask when he was alive. Actually, the lines were on at his tips. Anytime, any poet, any lines. And we were at that time children, and we used to say, you keep on always asking the lines and we never know. You just tell who said these lines, who wrote these lines. This is how. Prasanna sir, should I go for next and the last one, or I should
Sure, ma'am.
conclude here?
No, you could go ahead, ma'am. You could go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead, ma'am.
Go on. Okay. Prasanna sir, I am going to read. This is the one in the last poem from father's
Sure,
book
ma'am. Sure.
that I have selected. And in the end of my recitation, I would like to recite my self-composed poem that will be a kind of tribute to my father.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
The poem is Sing Me No More. Sing Me No More. Here I start. Its opening line is, Sing me no more a melancholy strain, full of pathos, full of pain, full of pathos, full of pain. Sing me a ditty of delight. Sing me a ditty of delight. Shower grey mercy to my plight. Shower grey mercy to my plight. Sing me a song of unmingled pleasure. Though I know is a vanishing treasure. Though I know it shall not stay. Though I know it shall not stay. Sir, can I have a break for 1 minute?
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, thank you, sir. This is the second stanza of the poem. Though I know it shall not stay, yet for a moment feel me gay. My heavy heart pray, feel alight, sing me a ditty of delight. It was his last wish that nobody should sad, nobody should weep at the time of his death. Sing me a song of smiling flowers. Sing me a song of smiling flowers, their petals bathing in the softest showers. Their petals bathing in the softest showers, or of that while, while make they hay at the outbreak of a soothing day, at the outbreak of a soothing day. Sing me of that noiseless night. Sing me of that noiseless night, while full moon shines at its majestic height. While full moon shines at its majestic height. Sing me of the world. Sing me of the world where no misery lies. Where no misery lies. Actually, one is reminded of Keats' some very, very beautiful lines, Ode to Nightingale. And there are many more such kind of lines which make one immortal. Sing me no more of sobs or sighs. Sing me of the men who defied. Sing me of the men who defied angels for their virtues, for their pride. I love this line. I take my father as an angel in my life. Angels for their virtues, for this their pride. Sing me of that God like man. Sing me of that God like man, and sing on if you can. So here the poem ends, and here is that I recited the poetry that my father wrote. And again, I want to take his name. His name is Shri Kashmir Singh Madan. Already he published before this book 2 more books, and their titles were Echo of the Heart. One was this poem, and the second was Call of My Conscience. And this was a third edition, a bit changed from where I have recited the poems. Prasanna sir, this was how, and you gave me an opportunity to sing for my father. It was his cherished will. I can remember, sir, that when I recited the poem in Punjabi, then you said, your wishes will be fulfilled. And actually, my wish is fulfilled today, as I have been able to recite his poetry. When he was